I'm back here with Mr. Lee Ross. Now, Mr. Ross, you've had some time now to think about this entire incident, and do you still plead that you had absolutely nothing to do with the incident revolving Mr. Willard III, Lilley?
Now, I'm only going to say this once. I did not have physical contact with that man, Mr. Lilley.
Okay.
Having viewed the police tape footage, it became obvious now that the guilt was leaning towards Lee Ross. This conclusion is brought about by two major points. One, the animosity which Lee obviously shows towards Willard Lilley Scott III. And number two, the conflicting stories amongst all the family members, which most likely the result of the excessive amount of partying and decadence that occurred at this vacation home. These 2 points have led me to believe that this is an open and shut case, and that the guilt was lying towards one Lee Ross. I am remembered, though, that Chip Lilley Arthur Willard III had told me that there had to be at least one witness. So it was at this point that I decided to re-examine the young Kathy Ross.
I'm here once again with Kathy Ross. Kathy, you do realize that you are being recorded.
Yes, I realize that.
Now, once again, you've told me that perhaps you've had a recollection about that night, the night of the incident.
Yes, I have had several recollections.
And what were you doing actually that night when this event occurred?
Okay. I was reading my Bible and doing my rosemary beads.
Your rosemary beads?
Yes.
Yes. And while you were doing your Bible and rosemary beads, did you happen to hear anything?
Yes, I heard those darn two boys, Chip Arthur Willard Lilley III and Lee Gerard Ross III. They were making a commotion.
Were they down there? Was there a scuffle going on?
Well, yes, I believe there was a scuffle, honestly.
And then you told me that following all this, you just went to bed.
Yes.
And that is your recollection of this event?
It certainly is.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
Following my interview with one Kathy Ross, I began to question her story now that there were conflicting stories. And so I started to look into the Ross family archives, and I happened to come across a tape. I stumbled onto the vacation tape.
I'm gonna kick their fly-bastering butts. But first, I'm gonna have a little more to drink. Woohoo! Woohoo! Here. Whoopee! Now you want me to...
Woohoo! What a great party we're having here!
Woohoo!
Woo!
Where's the dog? Where's the dog?
Where's the doc, everybody?
Go ahead.
Woohoo!
Wee! Oh!
Ugh! 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 I'm gonna get them!
It's great. Another fucking thing.
You ought to pay more closely attention. I'll give you some tips out here, you late rookie. Hey, this should be 10 to 2 here. 10 o'clock to 2 o'clock. What, I need to give you fly fishing tips as well?
Will you shut the fuck up?
Hey, another one!
you fish catching bastard.
Each year, hundreds of cases of sibling rivalries end in violence. Fortunately, for Chip, Lilley Arthur Scott Willard III, he would live to fish again. Join us next year as we explore another case of unsolved family vacation mysteries. This is Ross Philip Edwards. Good night.